600. However, in the morning, the Asian markets open little low. Almost they lost 200 points before 9 a.m. So the initial view of the market in the morning was that though the view was bearish, but there was a I'll say expectation that because Dow almost recovered 500 points last night, our market might go high and keep 35,000 as the support level in Bank Nifty future. So this is the analysis I did this morning, and then based on that, when the market opened, yeah, it was looking, to go up. However, we also know that, today was an event day. So I was expecting that people will be very silent till 10 o'clock before the market event gets over. And from the past experience, I also know that during the event, there will be some zigzag movement, both sides. However, with that view, I took some trade. So today it was mainly event driven trade in the morning, and then there was one trade I took late in the around just around noon time. With the that's the overall view of the market, and then my first trade today was at around 9:33 over here. This is because the market tried to go up but could not sustain there after 9:15 and started drifting down. This is the point where I got confirmation also from NMACD and also TSV along with the other two indicators. So I took a short trade at this time, and POC line for the previous day was here, so I knew at least I can get to here. But I was expecting during the event, when repo rate will be announced, it was expected that it will be 0.50 points down. So people would like to sell it and take the market further down using the sentiment. However, at around 10:03, the market did try to go down, but immediately recovered. So this kind of scared me. So in the very next candle, I exited, thinking that if at all it breaks the POC line, then I'll enter again. Anyway, my target initial was to achieve this. So this is the first trade, short entry at 9:33 when Bank Nifty future was at 35,145. I exited at 10:06 when Bank Nifty future was 34,965. So that gave me 180 points. However, immediately after that, there was this candle which was indecisive, but the signal came from NMACD. It was turning towards green. So I then immediately I jumped onto the trade next candle only. When I took a long entry at that time at around 10:12 when Bank Nifty future was at 35,055 with stop loss as the previous candle where it tried to come back. So I took that trade and I exited at 10:41. Though I think this was an early exit, I could have stayed there for long. I exited because the POC line for yesterday was over there, so that was my target. So again, targeted for that. Yeah, I could have stayed more because TSV was clearly showing me to stay over here. But considering it was an event driven activity, event driven move, I was not very sure anytime the opposite move could have come. So I exited at 35,430 at 10:41 with 375 points. So that was my second trade. Now after that, because the POC line was there, I did not take the reverse trade after this candle at around 10:45. I stayed light here and I was waiting for this POC line to be broken with volume. However, at that time, even NMSCD also gave a signal, but it was not very, confirmed breakdown. Reason being the KDJ line was at the bottom side, and was trying to turn up over here. So I did not take a trade over here. Otherwise, had it been aggressive move, I could have taken here. So I stayed here and then waited for things to turn, which almost for 1 hour did not happen. Then finally at around 12:12, when again NMACD line tried to come down from the trigger line, there was a signal that came over here from all the other indicators that are there on the chart. Even here, if I extend, I think there was something over there. So yeah. So this was also trying to come down, although it was not very confirmed. But I took an entry with stop loss as the high of this candle over here. This was a short entry at 12:12 when Bank Nifty future was at 35,415, and I stayed in that trade with a target of the POC line over here. Though what you see here is this was not the POC line at that time. The POC line at that time was here at that point. So that was my target. So I exited around 1327 when Bank Nifty future was 35,120, which gave me 295 points. Again, I could have stayed longer had it, to cover this three candle, but since POC line at that time was here, I exited. After that, I was waiting, and then NMSCD was trying to inch up, so I did not, enter again. So I stayed light at that time, thinking that now after 2 o'clock it might reverse, it might come up. As per NMSCD, I was expecting it to come up, but it did not come up, and it did not cross the POC line. So then I did not take any long trade, though I was expecting to this to come up, and so that I can take a long trade. That did not happen. So that's it. These are the three trades that I took today, which gave me around I think somewhere around 850 points. If I sum it up, yeah, around 850 points for today. So that's it, guys. Hope this gives you some clarity about today's trade. I'll come up with tomorrow's trade. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to the post-market analysis for 9 June Bank Nifty. I am Nilesh Kumawat. I'll be using the Bollinger Band 3 standard deviation strategy here. Today there were 5 trading opportunities. One was at 10:18. It was a mean reversion trade. It touched the first standard deviation. It touched the mean, the first target, and then it went to touch the second standard deviation. It tried moving up, but it couldn't. And then there was a doji, and I exited at 11:03. Again, there was a mean reversion trade at 12:03. Same concept, mean reversion. It touched the lower band, first and the second standard deviation. It tried to move up. It touched the mean, and then it went on hitting the first, second, and the third standard deviation upper band. There was a closing. There was one candle that was closing inside the band. This was a exit signal. It was at 12:42. Again, since it touched the third standard deviation, it tried coming back, and there was a short trade at 12:48. Same concept, mean reversion. It hit the second standard deviation. It came down, hitting the first standard deviation, the mean, and it touched the second standard deviation lower band. And then there was an exit, a candle closing with a blue color. This was at 1309, and this gave roughly about 140 points. The first move gave 150 points, second gave 160 points, third was 140 points. There was again one more trade at 1348. This was also a mean reversion trade, hitting the first standard deviation, the mean for again upper band of first standard deviation, the second band, and the third standard deviation. Here I took an exit at 1403. Then this move gave roughly about 120 points. Then there was a different trade. This was riding around the band. This was a because the market started trending in the upward direction. Even Nifty started trending in the upward direction. Here there was a trading opportunity at 1439, and it kept touching the upper band, the second standard deviation, and it kept riding the band. And then there was an exit at 1524. Here, all the three indicators gave me a signal: RSI, GMMA, GI, the Willy and also KDJ gave me a signal, and I took a trade, and here it gave me about roughly 230 points, 235 points. So the total points today were 150, 160, 140, 120, 235. In total, there were 805 points on Bank Nifty. Thank you.
Good evening, friends. This is Rakesh. Welcome to Post Market Journal again. Today we're going to discuss about entry exit as per Enco chart 2.1. This is a modified version of 2.1. I have added NMACD as discussed as per the previous chart event. So my first entry was at 9:45. I took a call side entry, long side entry at all here because the Renko reversal along with KDJ support, and I got a confirmation from NMACD. But this trade doesn't last well. I got a SL on this candle, SL on this trade. I exited at 10:15 with a 50-point SL. I could exit on this candle also, but I used to follow. I used to wait for one more break if the trend reverse immediately. And even in the initial phase when we initiated the trade, we had decided to take a SL of 50 points. So ideally my SL was here. It was around 775. So I waited for that. This might have just 25 points, but most of the times minute it get reversal before that. But here unfortunately it didn't reverse, and I got a SL on here. Next entry was at 10:21. That is on long side entry. Uh, KDJ is supporting along with the Renko reversal. NMHD has also given us a confirmation, and this KDJ line is also moving up sharply. We got confirmations on next candle, but we can initiate it at 10:21. I exited at 11:11 with 75 points gain in this particular trade. I avoid to exit on first reversal break here, like over here, because no indication from other indicators. So I used to wait for another break to confirm the exit, but I didn't get exit over here, so I exited at this point. My next entry was on short side at 11:15. Uh, Renko reversal along with KTJ along with GI. NMCD has not given me a confirmation, but GI has given us confirmation, so that's enough as of now to enter into trade. But this entry was wrong, and we got a SL on this entry, and it did at 12:28. I lost 25 points over here. My next entry was on the same candle, 12:18 itself, because Renko reversal along with GI support. GI is also in favor, and NMSC was already in favor of long trades. So exit over here at 12:48. We captured around 50 points over here. Reason behind exit is the first Renko reversal, and there was a sharp decline in KDJ line. And also we exited because the price break rejections from 35,000. That was a round level, and we got a strong resistance over here, so it get rejected over here. And Jagans has also booked his call at this point, so I exited on this candle itself, even though KDJ has not given us a signal. I enter on a short side with because of the same reason on the same candle, 12:48, and I got to exit at 13:21 with 75 gains in this particular trade. My next entry was on long side at 14:01 because we got we got confirmation from GI, we got confirmation from NMSCD along with KDJ reversal and the sharp upline in J line. We can even initiate the trade on this candle, but I need one confirmation so today because we had multiple SL. So I enter over here at 14:01, and I exited at end of the day is around 13:15 at with 275 gains in this particular trade. Total we captured 400 points today. Thank you.